Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would show you how to do the set that I've recently done on my own nails using my trusty little flexi hand, using CJP core colours in coconut milk and amor and crystal glass. I'm using my NSI size 12 brush. I absolutely love. I still can't get hold of one, so if anybody knows where there is one being sold, please just drop me the link in the comments because I so wish to buy another one of these brushes. They are amazing. So I'm now going in with my coconut milk, which is like a very light white, sort of a slightly translucent white, so it's not too bright, and it ombres beautifully with other colours. I do this ombre on 3 of the fingers, and I leave the ring finger and the middle finger as a glitter ombre as to accent nails, and then use the thumb to add some Swarovski crystals, which are absolutely beautiful, which I got from Angel Crystals. Make sure that when you're laying down your acrylic, you lay it down fairly thin, not so thin that the nail will snap, but thin enough that you don't have to drive yourself crazy trying to file it all back in. So when you do an ombre, you lay down the white first, or the lighter colour, or the tip colour that you wish to lay down first. Feather it back slightly. Try and keep it as neat as possible, that way you've got less defining to do later on in your set. Classic little bit of fluff that was caught in there. Always a pain because on a light colour it always shows up. So now I'm going to go in with my crystal glass, and I'm going to show you 2 ways in which you can encapsulate your glitter particles. This is the glitter I'm using, Ice Ice Baby from Smiley's Glitter and Crystal Rainbow. Slightly different from the glitters that I've used on my own set, but I figured let's try something different. They're all beautiful. So on this ring finger, I decided that I would pick up a fairly wet bead of crystal glass and dip it straight into the glitter and encapsulate that way. So that is one way of putting your glitter onto your nail, patting it all down into place. On the middle finger, I picked up a wet bead of crystal glass, and then I picked up the glitter, and it acted as a glue so that I could move the glitter around wherever I wanted it. And then you can then go back and cap it with more crystal glass. Both ways are relatively good ways of encapsulating glitter. It's personal preference. I just showed that it can be done both ways. Then come in with some more crystal glass just to cap all that beautiful glitter in place, and it's all sandwiched inside. What I should have remembered was to leave more of a gap near the top, near the cuticle, for the pink, because when you're using chunky glitters, they can be a little bit of a pain to cover, especially when you're using a light pink, which I was using in this set, but we did manage to get away with it, so all good, happy days. Now, the good thing about these lovely little triangles is if you don't need the rest of your glitter, you can just pop it on back into the bag in which it came out from, and then just literally close the top and put it back in storage. Happy days. So I'm coming back with Amor now, and I'm going to, there's a bit more fluff, always a bit of fluff, always. Coming back with Amor now, and I'm going to go back in. I always start at the middle where the join is when I'm doing an ombre, and I get that nice bead down into the lighter colour and get it as flush as possible. Feather light touches to drag it over the white. It really helps for it to blend in. If you've pulled too much down the nail, then just take your brush and pull the brush back up the other nail the other way, which I actually do later on in the video to show you. Now I'm coming back in with Amor, and I'm just going to take a little bit and ombre it over that beautiful glitter that we laid down earlier. Feather light touches again, you don't want to completely cover that glitter. Again, I'm coming back with the Amor, and I'm going to do the same on the ring finger. Feather light touch, pull it gently over that glitter. If you find you've pulled it too far down over the glitter, then run the brush backwards back up the nail towards the cuticle to move the acrylic away from the glitter, like so. In with my last lot of Amor by CJP, just to finish off this pinky with a straightforward ombre. At this point I thought I would just go back, as I did add a little bit too much glitter near the cuticle, just to make sure that there was enough pink covering that glitter. So now I'm just going to make sure that my brush is well and truly clean by dipping it into the clean monomer and thoroughly making sure that there is no acrylic left in the bristles, and remoulding the bristles back into shape for the next time you use it. So these are the nails in their rough state before file. I'm just waiting to see if they have been fully set. So I'm going to give them a quick tap just to check to see if they make a tapping noise to make sure they are fully set before I file them. I'm just going to file this one nail just so that it won't get too boring for you. Always go in with the side walls first, make sure that they are completely crisp. Then I contour from the sides and across the body of the nail, around by the cuticle, down the other side, across the top, making sure the tip is completely squared off if you're doing a coffin shaped nail. So I'm just finishing off this nail now, making sure it's completely crisp, and I'll be checking down the barrel of the nail to make sure that the apex is even from left to right, right to left, making sure that those side walls are flush and that the cuticle is flush. This file is a 100 to 180 grit file. I'm just taking it round the cuticle, making sure it's completely contoured, although it does keep slipping around because that nail keeps sliding out with the old flexi finger. So I'm just dusting off the rest of the file dust, making sure that's completely off my nail. I'm going to add some beautiful Swarovski crystals from Angel Crystals and using my Sky Base Dip Essentials, which is an amazing resin that you can use on the nail while it is still in its buff state before top coat. So I've just laid some down on the rough nail, and I'm using my crystal katana to pick up the crystals and lay them where I want them. Now this resin air dries extremely quickly, so a little bit at a time, and add a few crystals at a time, because what can happen is you can put the crystal down and if you haven't got it in place, it will be stuck in the wrong place. These Swarovski crystals are absolutely beautiful. This is the AB multi-mix pack that I bought from Angel Crystals. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful crystals. At this point I thought, are we done here or should we add a few more? And I thought, sod it, let's add a few more. So I did. taking my High Shine No White top coat from Premier Gel, and I'm now just giving each nail a good coat of the top coat for finish. I probably should add that I did actually file all the other nails in off camera. At this point I'm just capping the ends and taking off the excess off the sidewalls and off the tip in order to stop the nails from becoming too rounded at the edges where you want to keep it nice and crisp. So now I'm going to cure these in my Sun 5 UV LED lamp. I've had this lamp for ages. Look at the state of it, honestly. I do have a new one, but it's lasted me such a long time and it's just never packed up. So I highly recommend these lamps. They are absolutely fantastic. So at this point now, I'm now going to top coat the thumbnail. I'm going to be really careful using this Proarte very tiny tipped sable ended brush and taking a little bit of the top coat onto my tiny little brush to work that top coat around the crystals as not to destroy the crystals by getting anything on them to ruin their luster. Just carefully working my brush around the outside of the crystals and slightly in between some of the larger ones, and then I will come back with my normal brush for the top coat and I'll just fill in where I can with a larger brush. Always a bit of fluff, always. So I'm just taking off the excess and now this will go into lamp for cure. I hope you liked this video. These are completely finished now. These are the nails that I've done recently on my own hand. Please like and subscribe. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye.